Ready-S, it sounds complicated, but I'm not sure. Has anyone heard of the female triad before? Someone over there. So the female triad just used to be, said it was females that started to lose their menstrual cycle, it affected their hormones, and it was normally because they weren't getting enough energy in, and then performance used to drop, and then they could actually start having issues with bone health, which is why it's important in rowing, because of an increased risk of stress fractures. As time's gone on, we've realised it's not just in females, that we actually do tend to see issues with eating and weight loss in our male population as well, so male athletes. So they've now opened it up into Ready-S, and we've also realised it's not just about hormones and bone health, there's actually a lot more to it, and a lot more systems in your body get affected. So really what we're looking at is EA is just your energy availability. So that's how much energy your body's actually got to cope with everything that it does in daily life. I mean, you don't necessarily need to know it because it's probably too complex for here, but you need about 45 calories per kilogram of fat-free mass per day. And that's how you work it out for an athlete. I'm not expecting you to go into those calculations, but if we don't have that level, then we tend to go into energy deficit. And if we're there, you normally find it can be for reasons that they might not be eating enough or that they're actually doing more training. And a lot of the time we think, oh, as soon as people enter into this, it must be because they've got an eating disorder. Commonly that is the case, but sometimes it can be just poor management, poor knowledge, and they haven't realised, that they haven't realised that you've increased their training and that they've actually got to increase their food intake at the same time. And that's why it's important for you to monitor your athletes and see. I mean, I know Ken the other day was talking about an athlete that came off the boat and she just had a meltdown as she got out of the boat, and it was just, Ken said, have you eaten anything recently? And she was like, no. It can be that simple, so it's got to be something that we do explore. And the impacts of not having enough energy available, it affects your metabolic rate. So this is how many calories you burn at rest. And this is why we have a lot of problem with lightweight athletes, is because they're constantly having to lose weight and reduce their energy intake. It does mess around with this metabolic rate. And that means, it changes the way your body actually uses calories that you're putting into your body and can actually lead to long-term problems with this. Menstrual function, so that's obviously in women, so that's their hormonal cycle that they're having every month. Some women will go, bonus, yes, not getting one anymore, which it might feel great not having one, but the problem is it also has impact on things like your bone health and your tissue recovery. Even your tendons and everything are protected by your hormone levels. So if we're not keeping that up, we start to have a lot more injuries. We've mentioned bone health, and that's linked with both your hormones, but also the fact if you don't have enough energy coming in, the body can't repair its tissues quick enough, so they get broken down quicker than what they can repair themselves. Your immunity as well. If someone's actually not getting enough energy, you'll start to find they often get sick a lot more because, again, they can't recover. Protein synthesis, so this is more your muscles actually being able to repair themselves as well. So you might find that people actually start losing strength. It affects your cardiovascular system, so your heart as well, and even psychological health. It can obviously lead to mental complications as well, if they do start going into eating disorders too, and they can get anxious and things as well.
At Decent Rowing, our goal is to get world-class rowing information into the hands of everyone. One of the easiest ways to do that is through our email list. We send out tips and tricks on rowing on a regular basis. If you want, you can sign up. As a sign-up bonus, you get 21 of our best rowing videos, including beginner and advanced rowing videos. We've also chucked in a couple of basic training programs and a training piece. So if you want to sign up, you can see what it's all about.